you remember at the beginning of the year when we did whole numbers and decimals and we put them in standard form, expanded form, and what was the other one? Word form. Okay. Today we're going to do something a little bit similar as far as we're going to have similar words, but we're going to work with exponents. First of all, does anybody know what an exponent is? Or can you represent what an exponent would be on your board? What do you think an exponent looks like? Have you ever seen a number that looks like this? Okay, this little floaty thing up here, exponent. Okay, but this number is pretty significant because it tells us that we have to do something special. This exponent here tells me how many times I have to multiply something. Okay, so if you will, make sure your attention is up here. Our test is Wednesday. Okay, this is the last lesson. It's been on that side of the board for well over a week. Okay, I will move it to this side of the board if I haven't already, but I think I did this morning. Does it say Math Test Chapter 3 Wednesday? All right, when I look at a number that has an exponent, first of all, my whole number, it doesn't matter what it is. I could have 7 to the 4th. Okay? Eyes up here. 7 is called my base. Okay? This little guy is called my exponent. Okay? This guy, he's kind of like the king. He's in charge because he's going to tell the base what to do. He's almost like the coach. Okay? He says, all right, I'm in charge here, and I want 4 of you. Okay? What this exponent is saying is he's saying, hey, base, I want you to multiply times yourself 4 times. So this whole thing, 7 to the 4th power, is another way you can say that, is the same thing as writing 7 times 7 times 7 times 7. I did say times. Okay? The exponent, look up here, the exponent tells my base how many times to multiply by itself. So if I have 4 with an exponent of 7, this exponent tells my base to multiply by itself how many times? 7. So this 4 to the 7th power is the same thing as taking 4 times 4 times 4 times 4 times 4 times 4 times 4. I believe that's 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay? It does not, common misconception here, folks. Misconception means a common misunderstanding. It absolutely does not mean 4 times 7. Okay? Watch this. If I take 4 times 4, I get what? 16 times 4. 16 times 2 is 32. So what's 16 times 4? 64 times 4. You would take that answer times 4. That answer times 4. That answer times 4 to get what it's actually equal to. It does not mean 4 times 7. Okay? Let's use smaller numbers just to show you an example. Okay? When I deal with exponents, okay, let's use 6 to the 3rd power. This could also be read 6 cubed. This little 3, when it's an exponent, can also mean cubed. So if you hear 9 cubed, that means 9 to the 3rd power. Okay? The word cubed should always mean 3 to you. Okay? Sounds weird because a cube really has 4, or, you know. Okay? But it means 3. So this right here, if I were to take this this is written in standard form, or I'm sorry, exponential form. Okay? 6 to the third power is written in exponential form. Okay? I'm just going to put expo form. Now, when I take this and I let this 3 be the boss, the powerhouse, the king, he's going to tell the 6 to do what? To what? 6. He's going to tell him to multiply by himself 3 times, right? This here, folks, has a special name also. This is called, if you had to guess, what would you say? Think about what you learned about standard form, expanded form, and word form with whole numbers. What's the one that has all the addition signs? Here's expanded. Okay? So, exponential form is when I have my base with an exponent. Expanded form is when I say what this is. Okay? Then I have a thing called standard form. And when I had standard form with whole numbers, what did that look like? It was just the number. So in order to get standard form, I have to multiply this out. So 6 times 6 is? Then I have to take 36 times 6. 6, 3, 18, 19, 20, 21. So, standard form would be 216. Notice I took 6 times 6, got an answer, and multiplied that by 6. I did not take 6 times 3 and get 18. Okay? Exponential form has a base and an exponent. I can write that in expanded form by taking my base and multiplying it by itself how many ever times the exponent tells me. Then I can take that expanded form and I can find standard form by actually multiplying this out. Yes, question?
When would you actually write, when would you actually write that in the word problem?
Basically, they're trying to get you a kind of like a groundwork understanding of what exponents are and what they mean, because you're going to build on that next year. We don't do a whole lot with exponents, but you still have to understand, because we're kind of like that first introduction to exponents, and then you really dive into them next year.
I just want to know, because when would you actually see that in the word problem?
I don't know. You probably won't here in 5th grade. I don't know what you'll do with it next year. Okay, so if I have something that looks like this, stand up if you think 5 is the base. Stand up if you think 2 is the base. Okay, obviously we all know the base is my large number. What's this little guy called? Exponent. Who thinks they can tell me what form this is? What form is this written in? Chelsea?
Standard.
Caleb? Exponential, yeah. I'm going to abbreviate it as expo. It's exponential form because I have the base and I have the little floaty 5. I call him a floaty 5. Okay? Who thinks they can tell me how to write this number in expanded form? Emily, expanded. I'm going to stop you right there. What did you say wrong? Her base should be there how many times?
5.
Why 5, Taylor? That's how many the exponent says. Good job. Okay, who thinks they can take this and turn it into standard form? What do you think, Gabe? Can you tell me how? You can do it. What's this say? Okay, 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8 times 2 is 16 times 2 is 16 times 2? 32. 32 is what form? Standard. Okay? Folks, that's about all this lesson is today. Being able to determine exponential form, standard form, and expanded form. So let me give you 2 sample problems. Hold on, let me tell you one more piece of information, and then I'll give you 2 practice problems, and then I will get you your homework already so that you can hopefully get it done before you go home. Okay? I'm going to teach you, I've already taught you the word cubed. Okay? Cubed means what? The exponent is 3. The little floaty guy, he's a 3. Okay? I could have 9 cubed. I can have 2 cubed. I can have 3 cubed. I can have it. Any number can be cubed. I can have 125 cubed. Okay? All it means is I'm going to multiply my base by itself 3 times. Okay? Now, we also have this little guy called squared. How many of you remember doing area last year? Perimeter and area? Area? And you always said it's 16 centimeters squared. This little 2 means squared. What do you think squared means in exponents? 2. Okay? So I can have 6 squared, which means I have a base of 6, and I'm squaring it, which means I have a little 2 as an exponent. Does that make sense? So, squared is represented by a 2, cubed is represented by a 3. Got it? What?
I just figured out why they have it 3 and 2. Because a square has 4 edges.
The science behind some things is unknown, Elliot. We just go with it, right? Okay, I could hear 3 cubed. I could hear 3 to the 3rd power. I could hear 2 squared. I could hear 4 squared. I could hear 4 to the 2nd power. All of those mean either a 2 or a 3 as my exponent. Okay, here's your 2 problems to your homework. What? So you've been practicing it? Great.
That's what it has none.
Okay, this one up here, I want standard form. And I want expanded form. Here, I want expo form, exponential form. And I also want standard.